Hello and welcome to National Focus for Tuesday, July 23, 2024. I am Julian Morris. In the headlines, government to expand housing recovery program. Close to $1 million distributed to entrepreneurs as part of Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. And Dominica's inaugural Bike Fest a success. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. Government, through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development in collaboration with the World Bank, will soon be expanding the Housing Recovery Program. This expansion will cover the construction of 35 homes to facilitate the relocation of families in Castle Bruce who were affected by the passage of the November 6 trough in 2022. The Housing Recovery Project is a government-led initiative aimed at helping persons rebuild their homes which were lost during Hurricane Maria, with the goal of building 420 homes.
At these dates, we have approximately over 320 construction stats under the Housing Recovery Project. And the coming year is what I call our legacy year. We have to complete the 420 homes under that project, which involves a number of processes, including the bidding process as part of the procurement process.
The East Region Relocation Initiative is now a priority component of the Housing Recovery Project.
Also under this project would be pursuing the East Region Relocation at Castle Bruce. That's for the households, the vulnerable households that were affected from the November 2022 trough system. And that would be facilitated. That's an additional at least 35 homes that will be facilitated under the Housing Recovery Project. Under the Housing Recovery Project, we've engaged quite a few local contractors. This is one of the great pluses of the project. It's really homeowner driven, which means that the homeowners are very much integrated into the planning and management aspects and construction aspects of the home, of course with oversight from the project implementation unit.
A site has been designed for the new additions.
We will also be reconstructing homes for the relocation of persons from the East. That is very advanced in the sense that we've already had a site design. And one of the key things as part of that process, we've always ensured that the committee has an input in the site design. Cabinet appointed a local committee that these persons will really serve as gatekeepers for the project, and they serve as a liaison between the public sector agencies and the communities and committee members. We've presented to committee members just to get their input as well. We've had a number of stakeholder engagements. So the site design is currently under review by the Physical Planning Division.
Planning for the new addition is at an advanced stage, with construction set to begin by October this year.
We've already also done in the process of finalizing the ESIA, which is a requirement for starting the process with the World Bank. We have done what we call an abbreviated social action plan, resettlement action plan, we've done our social audit. So there's a number of consultancies that have gone in the background to ensure that we can meet the requirements of the World Bank. And I can say that we are very near the end, and we should see construction. We're aiming to start construction starts for the East relocation by September, October for the latest of this year.
She says despite the challenges faced, the project continues to be a success.
Notwithstanding, the project has been one of the very successful things of the project, although it was not part of the original design, is that the project has helped to facilitate at least 147 family members with getting them regularized in terms of their land ownership. One of the criteria for benefiting under the Housing Recovery Project is proof of land ownership. And so we know the land tenure issue in Dominica. A number of persons are occupying family land. They may not have the titles to that. They may have interest, but not necessarily the title. So the project has supported 147 families so far with regularizing their land tenure status. So that's a great achievement for the project.
Close to $1 million was distributed to young digital entrepreneurs from across the island as part of the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. A grant award ceremony was held on Monday at the State House as government continues to make investments in the country's youth. The Caribbean Digital Transformation Project grant is a comprehensive initiative designed to enhance access to digital services, technologies, and skills across the region. Government received financing from the World Bank towards the project as it aims to ensure that all businesses have the resources needed to actively participate in an increasingly digital marketplace and society.
The Digital Transformation Grant is a cornerstone of this project, aimed at accelerating the adoption of digital technologies among various sectors. Through this grant, we are empowering businesses to integrate digital solutions into the workplace, ultimately driving growth and job creation. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable achievements of our grant recipients. Your innovative ideas and commitment to embracing digital transformation are inspiring.
Minister for Public Works, Public Utilities and the Digital Economy, Honorable Fidel Grant, says the grant funding is evidence of government's belief in their ability to succeed.
Today marks another milestone in our journey towards digital innovation and economic empowerment. I am delighted to be here at this handing over ceremony, a handing over of checks. Today, almost $1 million is being given to a group of young entrepreneurs. This Labour Party government is making a direct cash investment in the present and future of our innovators and entrepreneurs.
With the majority of transactions being done online, initiatives like these are important if government is to advance the country's digital economy.
As we all know, these days, most of our financial transactions are done online, using cards or an app via your phones and other digital devices. Gone are the days where communications are in writing. Within the past 15 years, the world communicates via email and other digital applications. We can now sit in our living rooms, anywhere in the world. Once you have an internet connection, we can purchase goods and access services in the UK, US, Asia, and other parts of the world.
Government is determined to ensure that Dominica moves with the advancement of technology.
We had to do what was necessary to give our country and our people an equal chance to explore the opportunities that are being created through a more digitized world. The Honorable Prime Minister at that time agreed to a loan of $76 million to invest in the Dominican economy. That was the beginning of our mission to harness the power of digital technology to fuel economic growth through job creation and improved service delivery.
Minister of Health Honorable Kasani Laville, who represented Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, says government wants to create an environment where young entrepreneurs can thrive.
In digital economy, there's much greater equity. It's not about whether you have oil or you don't have oil as to whether you thrive or you fail. It is different. It could simply be an idea that you have, that dream that you have, access to internet, a computer, knowledge base. And here it is, there's market penetration. That's the beginning of the realization of your dreams. And we felt in these modern times, these modern days, where it has become increasingly difficult to thrive and to survive, that we have to find a creative way to continue to ensure that we create an environment as a government where you can thrive and you can prosper. So this is how this idea was born.
Dominica came alive over the weekend as adrenaline enthusiasts and bike lovers gathered for the inaugural Bike Festival. The event was organized by 767 Bike Life in collaboration with the Dominica Festivals Committee and the Nature Island Riders. It was a resounding success with participants from Dominica, St. Martin, Guadeloupe, Martinique, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, and Miami. Bike Fest was hosted under the theme Helmet on, Ride on, Safety is a Must, which underscored the organizers' commitment to ensuring a safe experience. The three-day festival kicked off with a welcome ceremony and a stunt showcase on day one, followed by an after-party that set the tone for the rest of the weekend. Day two featured the Willin' and Wildin' bike exhibition, showcasing the best of the region's biking talent. The grand finale on Sunday was the Island Ride-Out Tour, which culminated in an epic after-party in Bell Hall. The Bike Festival 2024 is sponsored by the Government of Dominica through the Dominica Festivals Committee, Maxdag Motorsports, Auto Trade, Logistic Solutions, Victoria Inn, Fresh Press USA, Print Express, and fueled by West Indies Oil. Here are the highlights.
Little E is on the extended, modified T-Max, going wild right now.
You are watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. The indigenous people of Dominica have elected a new Kalinago chief, or Ubutu. This as the Kalinago chief elections took place on July 22. 7 candidates contested the elections, including former Senator Annette Sanford, who topped the polls with a total of 693 votes, securing her position as the 18th chief recorded since the 1800s and the first female chief in the history of the Kalinagos. The results are as follows. Kenrick Dana Auguste of Sensi, 19 votes. Veronica Idelin Burton of Batica, 32 votes. Wilbert Devon Coffey of Batica, 3 votes. Cassius Daru of Sensi, 162 votes. Jumadin Frederick, also of Sensi, 6 votes. Natasha Zandra Green of Salibia, 272 votes. And Annette Thomas Sanford of Sinico, 693 votes. Throughout her campaign, Mrs. Sanford proposed a 4-pillar 5-year plan which would be implemented upon her election into office as chief. The 4 pillars include making the best use of natural resources, perpetuating the unique indigenous culture of the Kalinago, implementing social welfare and protection activities, and branding and marketing of the community. Her vision as Obutu for the territory is to grow and support a sustainable economy while respecting the unique indigenous culture and traditions. President of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Mervyn Alexander, has called on teachers in Dominica to embrace learning opportunities. He was addressing teachers graduating from a 2-week summer program. The graduation took place at the auditorium of the Convent High School last week. Teachers from both primary and secondary schools graduated from the training program organized by the Ministry of Education, the DAT, and the Canadian facilitators.
I want to urge us teachers, please, let us take every opportunity to learn. Let us take every opportunity to learn. As I said, just having the teacher certificate is not enough. You may say, okay, even if I do a degree, I'm not getting paid for it. D'accord? But at the same time, you are marketing yourselves.
He informed participants that there is a need for qualification to fill vacant government positions in education.
Government has established certain positions in the teaching system. All cannot be filled as yet. Why? Because we don't have teachers with the qualifications to fill there. Because we were too satisfied with our teaching certificate, we never went further. So I'm urging you, please, whether you are not getting the money for the degree, please try and do it. Because you never know what can come your way. And if something comes your way, you don't have the degree, you won't get a job.
The DAT president urged teachers to put what they have learned into practice at their schools.
So I want to urge us, please, when we go back to our schools, let us put what we have learned into practice. Let's leave it on the side. Let's do it in our classes. Even if your principal is not giving you a time to do it in the entire school, do it in your classroom. That is very, very important. Let the other teachers see that you're doing something new that they would want to copy as well too.
The summer school teachers were trained in classroom management, digital literacy and artificial intelligence, measuring and evaluation, and music, as well as theatre. And now for the Creole News highlights with Jeno Jacob.
Bienvenue à ce nouveau Creole, nom monsieur Jeno Jacob. Ministère pour l'Éducation, Honorable Octavia Alfred, qui continue à visiter l'école gouvernement Kabati. Il a visité l'école Grammar School, Goodwill secondaire et puis State College là. Semaine ça là, il a visité l'école Tetmon et puis Belleville Chopin. Nous parlons puis semaine passée en State College là.
Beaucoup de travail qu'a fait tout partout en éducation. Nous avons l'école qu'a fait et nous avons travail aussi qu'a fait en collège. Nous avons connaître pendant Hurricane Maria, collège a été tapé en mauvaise place, mais nous continuons leçon là. Et ces enfants là, et ces teachers là, ils continuent à faire bien. Et bon matin là, nous avons on bitin contre transformation. Et nous avons c'est moi qui vois ces tuteurs là qui contents, ces enfants là qui contents. Nous regardons tous ces classroom blocs là, nous des 3 labs qui fait là aussi. C'est à dans bloc ça là, il n'y a plus classroom, et venir un morceau administratif là. Et nous avons remercier tous ces monde là qui mettaient effort, gouvernement Dominique, honorable Prime Minister, avec tout le contract là aussi, parce que yo ka fait cet travail là qui est fait pour nous préparer pour septembre. Et ça c'est un bon bitin pour pas même Ministry of Education, ça c'est bien pour monde Dominique parce que il est important pour faire en place les enfants quand ça apprendre et pour yo apprendre et pour yo faire comment you dire en anglais, for them to do their best.
Il dit Dominica State College, c'est droit pour travail gouvernement.
Dominica State College, c'est flagship Dominica Labour Party. C'est à bas Dominica Labour Party, Dominica State College commencé. Vous tenez bité là, tu ni des enfants qui sont à l'école comme si c'est des Queen of King. Actuellement, tous les enfants qui finissent l'école high school, ils sont à l'école. So c'est pas pour moun quoi qui gouvernement Dominique. Pas ni Dominica State College en Cheyo. Parce que Dominica State College, c'est baby Dominica Labour Party. Et c'est pour ça, l'administration ça là, a fait tout effort pour faire certains qui State College là monter à comment nous voyons en l'idée, nous comment nous les voyons. Et nous faire commendation pour ces teachers là, pour ces enfants là, parce que même si la situation là pas 100%, ces enfants là, les enfants Dominique, ces enfants qui sont bien intelligents, hein, ces enfants-là continuent à faire bien. Le collège là continue à faire bien. L'année là qui passait là, il y a plus passé 1500 enfants à l'école. Et bien, nous avons regardé, le travail là qui allait, le but c'est ça là qui est fini, nous avons monté encore pour 2000 enfants.
Le gouvernement a distribué au moins $1 million par jeune business Dominique. Ça c'est pour transformer le business en manière digitale. L'agence là c'est grant c'est l'argent il pas pour payer vivre. L'agence là sorti hors de projet de transformation Kawaii digital. Le gouvernement tapé l'argent hors de banque la tête, ça c'est World Bank. Le gouvernement voulait faire certain que tout business Dominique ça participer en la place digitale. Pour yo ça vendre produit yo. Semaine cela plus que 70 jeunes business recevoir l'argent grant. Moun Kalinago électé yon chef yon oboute 9. Élection pour place hier 22 juillet. 7 moun contesté pour possession sala. Kendrick, Dana Auguste, Hod Sensi, tapé 19 votes. Veronica Aideline Button, Hod Bataka, 2 votes. Wilbert Devon Coffee, Hod Bataka, 3 votes. Cassius Darrow, Hod Sensi, 162 votes. Joe Madin Frederick, Hod Sensi, 6 votes. Natasha Zandra Green, Hod Salibia, 272 votes. Mais Annette Sanford a gagné et puis 693 votes. Et c'est 18 chefs Kalinago depuis l'année 18 000 en histoire Kalinago. Chef Kalinago Annette Sanford dit qu'il y a autant de plans pour transformer et puis travailler pour développer le pays Kalinago. Ça c'est tout à ce nouvel en créole. Changez-nous en temps cyclone. Continuez à faire préparation bonheur. Non, moi c'est Geno Jacob. Au revoir.
Thank you very much, Geno. And now for today's weather advisory. Weak unstable conditions generated by the presence of a low upper-level trough is affecting the area. This is expected to result in generally cloudy conditions with a slight increase in shower activity and possible isolated thunderstorms by late afternoon. Meanwhile, an approaching tropical wave is expected in the area by Wednesday and will be accompanied by windy conditions. A reduction in dust haze concentration is expected into today. However, by Wednesday, a significant increase is once again expected, resulting in a reduction in air quality and visibility. People with respiratory sensitivities are advised to take the necessary precautions to avoid complications. Fisherfolk are advised to use the necessary devices for safe navigation due to reduced visibility when venturing out to sea. Moderate seas can be expected in open water with waves peaking near 7 feet during the next 24 hours. And as we're in the midst of the hurricane season, it's crucial to take proactive steps to protect yourself and your family. Today's tip: consider building a safe room. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Julian Morris. Thanks for watching.